It's Sunday, which means we are in for another weigh-in. Let's just remind us where we have been. June 1st, I was 180.8. Then on the 8th, I was 179.9. We celebrated going into a new decade barely, right? And then last Sunday, I went back out of the 170s and weighed in at 180.4. I was really upset with the fact that I went back out of the 170s. So what I did was the next day on Monday morning, I actually weighed in again, because there's always a chance that I ate something very high in sodium, or I was holding on to a little bit of water weight, and I decided, you know what, let's just weigh in. Just because I was a little bit upset with that weigh-in, I wasn't like beating myself up or anything. Like, I could move on and be just fine, but I was like, you know what, let's just step on the scale. And I stepped on the scale on Monday the 16th, and the scale actually said 178.9. So between Sunday and Monday, it went down 1.5 pounds, which just tells me that I had some extra water weight that I was holding on to. Something was going on last Sunday. And I want you guys to remember that even though we're weighing in only once per week, if you do go up like that and you're like, what the heck is going on? Weigh in the next day just to get like an average of, okay, am I really at this weight or not? But what we don't want to do is weigh in every single day and like lean into that number and expect it to change every single day, because it's not going to, and then it's going to really mess with your mind. But I weighed in on Monday, and then I haven't weighed in since. And I'm actually going to delete Monday's weigh-in because we are still planning on weighing in every single Sunday. So my last weigh-in now on my app is 180.4. We're going to step on the scale and see what it is. I did track everything this week. I know my calories for every single day, my protein for every single day, and we will go through it. I definitely have everything in the Pep app. I did it a little bit different, which we will talk about as I'm doing it. But I do have everything in here so that we can go through and talk about how my week went. It was a much more normal week. Nothing crazy going on. I stayed home most days. We went out a few times, but I will tell you guys exactly what I ate calorie-wise every single day this week, and we'll talk about protein and all of the things. But first, let's go ahead and weigh in. We definitely like that number a lot better. I have no idea what my hair is doing today. I took a shower last night before I went to bed, and yeah, but I'm not planning on putting makeup on or doing anything today whatsoever. I don't even know if I'll leave the house, so I'm not going to worry about what my hair looks like, because we are just talking about my weigh-in and how my week went, and not... I think one of my favorite things about starting this YouTube channel is that I'm not relying on a whole bunch of short form content and having to like put my makeup on and do makeup. Like, before starting this YouTube channel, I was on TikTok for a really long time. I'm still on TikTok, but now I'm only posting GLP-1 related stuff. But before, I was heavily relying on TikTok Shop to help bring in extra money, and I was posting like makeup videos, and I'm good at makeup. I love makeup. I've seen videos of me with my full face of makeup on. But I am not a beauty guru. Like, I don't want to do that. And I just feel like having this YouTube has been so freeing, to where on Saturdays and Sundays, if I don't want to put a full face of makeup on, I just don't. Which means that many of our Sunday weigh-in vlogs are going to look like this. I don't feel like that's necessary. Oh my gosh, what this piece is doing. But my other videos, I will probably have makeup on because it's during the week, and once I go back to work, I put makeup on every single day to go to work. But it's summer, so I don't put on makeup very often. Totally random. Let's talk about my week. Before I even talk about this week, I need to talk about something much bigger than the scale. This last week, I launched the GLP-1 Girl Code. And honestly, it feels like the most important thing that I've built during this entire GLP-1 journey. And I rebranded everything. New name, new focus, but honestly, it's always been the same exact mission. Helping women who are on these meds feel less alone while they figure it all out. Because this isn't just about losing weight. It's about navigating a totally different relationship with your body, your hunger, your energy, your life. And I got tired of seeing people feel like they had to do it in silence. Or worse, thinking they were doing it all wrong. So I created the GLP-1 Girl Code. It's a space where I teach everything I've learned, from the side effects to the mindset shifts to how to actually feel good in your body. It's all in there. The courses, we do monthly live calls, and there's a private Discord community. The best thing about it is that I release new content every single month. And the July drop, I am so freaking excited about it. It's going to be a 7-day reset challenge that you have to show up every single day. If you're on this path, this space is for you. And this is just the beginning, because the founding members of the GLP-1 Girl Code are going to help mold it into the space that it's going to become. And it's going to be huge. So if you've been watching my videos and just thinking to yourself, I wish I had a little bit more support, come join us. I'll link it down below, but let's get to the week. I want to talk about how I changed how I'm tracking a little bit. I didn't change it drastically. Don't worry. It's still very much how I've always been doing it. I just made a couple tiny little tweaks that I think made my week so much better and just more doable, especially because tracking, is not my favorite thing to do, but I do think it's necessary when we are in a weight loss phase. We just have to do it like the easiest way possible. And I figured out an even easier way to do it this week. I usually go into ChatGPT and start a brand new chat for every single day of the week. I changed that this week, and instead I created one chat for the entire week, which means that ChatGPT was able to remember everything for the entire week. And that's how I'm going to do it from now on, because I can ask ChatGPT at the end of the week for a rundown, a quick summary of the entire week, which I did this week, and it's really cool. But what I did was I started out on June 15th, which was last Sunday, and I started tracking in this one chat, which means my entire week is in here. I put in everything that I was eating, and then at the very end of the day, ChatGPT knows that I'm going to want a paragraph summary of what I ate and how much and the calories and all of the things. He always asks me, are you ready for your end of day recap? And then I just say yes. And this is what he tends to say. So on Monday, I'm not going to read all of these for every day. I just want you to see an example of what he puts out at the end of the day for me. Today was a great example of a balanced, realistic eating. You started strong with a high protein, fiber boosted smoothie that set the tone for the day. Lunch was satisfying, a burger with mayo and ketchup, plus a little sweet from the Crunch Bar. While dinner let you enjoy wings, ranch, and a cheese stick without going off track, you ended the day at 1,820 calories with a solid 131 grams of protein and even managed 8 grams of fiber, which is a win considering you had 0 digestive issues today, no diarrhea. That's a sign your gut might be adjusting well to the added fiber and Supriva. The biggest wins were how much protein you hit without restriction and how you worked fun foods into your day without guilt. If there was one struggle, it's that fiber was still a bit on the low side, but overall, this was a strong, sustainable day. Okay, so he gives me a paragraph similar to that at the end of every single day, and what I've been doing is taking that paragraph and pasting it into the PEP app. So if I go back to the 15th on my PEP app, you are going to see the paragraph that he wrote for me, and I just pasted it in there as a note. Last Sunday, I did add in the calories and everything separate, but I changed in the middle of the week. On the 17th, I stopped adding it in as a meal, and I literally just paste the paragraph. It does not have a separate meal logged anymore because it's just not necessary. The paragraph tells me my calories and my protein and my fiber and my carbs. I don't need to put it in there 2 different places and take up more time than I don't have I do have it, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to waste time doing that, but I still have everything that I need here on my calendar in the PEP app. I still swear by the PEP app. I love it. I use it every single week as long as I'm tracking, but I still use it for my injection, which, by the way, I did do an injection last night. I did a 2.5 milligram dose, so I'm still on that baby dose. I'm still losing weight. You guys can see that we did lose weight this week. And it's still working. I still have the suppression. I still don't have food noise. I'm able to make better choices. It's doing its thing. So I'm not dosing up. I'm staying on a 2.5 milligram dose. I actually forgot to enter it last night. So let's enter it right now. I will show you guys. Let's do a screen recording. When you come to your PEP app, it looks like this. You're going to go to the bottom and click on log a shot. It's going to open up this menu. We're going to put the date. It was last night, so Saturday the 21st. We literally did it at like 9:30 p.m. I'm just going to do 9:27 p.m. I don't really care if the time is that accurate, but that's what I'm going to put. I take compounded tirzepatide every 7 days, so I am doing it every 7 days again. I am not doing it every 5 days like I was for a while there. So I switched back to every 7 days. The strength was 2.5 milligrams. The injection site, I did stomach, upper, mid. I don't ever mess with the pain level and I don't post a note, but then I save it and it'll tell me next time until next shot, Saturday, June 28th at 9 p.m. This is so important for me because I am so bad at remembering my shot. I just suck at it. And that's why I've skipped it so many times, because I wasn't using an app like this and I would forget which day. I wish that I had this from day one. I didn't, but even if you're not on day one, start tracking it so that you do have it. If you want to try the PEP app, it does come with a free trial. You can try it. The link is in my description, and then use my code NIC77 and you will get $10 off your yearly subscription. Sunday was a really solid day. I had 131 grams of protein, and it's because I made that protein pudding that I shared with you guys in my last weigh-in. I actually showed you guys exactly how to make a protein pudding. I also post all of my recipes that I use on my Instagram. If you want to go and follow me on Instagram, that's where I share more day-to-day life. Lots of really great stuff there. I will link that also in the description, but it's the GLP-1 Girl Code. Everything is the GLP-1 Girl Code. Now, on Monday, I ended with 1,943 calories, 87 grams of protein, and 13 grams of fiber. So this was another really solid day of protein. It was a great day. I did have McDonald's that day, but I did not eat a ton of it, and Papa John's for dinner. So that was 2 days of eating out. I'm going to put the screenshot here. If you guys want to pause and read the paragraphs, feel free to do that, because it tells you exactly what I did that day. I just don't feel like I should read them here. It's going to make this video ridiculously long, but feel free to pause it, read that whole paragraph. You can see what I did each day. I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about the important things. On Tuesday, I ended up not having breakfast because we just didn't have time, and I had lunch. We went to Culver's, so I ate out again on Tuesday. But dinner was this delicious BLT. Like, it was so good. It didn't have lettuce because I didn't have any lettuce, but it was so freaking delicious. Actually, on Tuesday, I recorded a what I eat in a day here on YouTube, and that is already posted. Go back to my channel and you can watch an entire what I ate on Tuesday, long form video. You can actually see what I ate if you're interested in those types of videos. But it was a pretty good day. I had 1,655 calories, 95 grams of protein. That's 3 days in a row of me hitting my protein goal mostly. Really good solid days of protein. I actually had 12 grams of fiber that day. Definitely a pretty good day. Let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday, I started off my day with a bowl of Frosted Flakes. But then we had Sonic for lunch. And I ended my day with 1,260 calories, only 41 grams of protein, and 135 grams of carbs. So definitely not the best day as far as it goes with macros. Calories was a low day, which I don't mind. It's probably why I lost weight this week, because I tend to have like higher calorie days and then super low calorie days. And then at the end of the week, it all just kind of meshes together to create a weight loss. But so far, that means that I have eaten out almost every single day this week. And again, that's just a reminder that you can eat out. You don't have to eat everything at home to lose weight. Just don't eat as much. and fill in the gaps with more healthy options if you want to. Thursday, I had my high protein pudding for breakfast, so I started my day off with a really great protein. I had a bologna sandwich for lunch, but I had Portillo's for dinner. Portillo's is very high calorie-wise, but also very high protein-wise because it's literally a beef sandwich, and it was freaking delicious. But I did end this day at 2,105 calories, so the highest calorie day, 89 grams of protein, so very close to my goal. My goal is between 80 and 100, so technically that is my goal, and 13 grams of fiber. Friday, I started my day off with Red Robin. I skipped breakfast and had Red Robin for an early lunch. And then for dinner, it was kind of small. It was like a deep dish pizza, but it was not very much. So I ended that day with 1,130 calories. So again, I just keep repeating myself here, but I had a high calorie day and then a low calorie day. Not on purpose, though. Just pointing that out. Not on purpose, but if you could do it on purpose, maybe it would be beneficial because I tend to do it every single week somehow on accident, and it's been working out in my favor. 33 grams of protein. Yesterday was my 8-year-old's birthday party. She turns 9 this week. We had a big pool party, but because of that, I was very busy all day. I ended up starting my day off with McDonald's. I had a sausage McGriddle and a hash brown because I needed to eat before we went to the party. And then I had one slice of pizza from Little Caesars at the party. For dinner last night, we had Cafe Rio, which you guys know if you've been following me for a minute, Cafe Rio tends to hit my stomach really badly. So far, so good. I am not having, all week, I have not had any major side effects. Like, I have not had diarrhea once. I have not had sulfur burbs. It has been an amazing week when it comes to side effects and the suppression. It was a really, really great week, which is amazing because the week before was not so great. I went off of birth control and my hormones were playing havoc in my body, and they caused me to have some pretty severe diarrhea the week before. It has since moved past, but I don't know what this next week will look like because I am going into my period week. But I did buy an Oura ring. I'm just hoping that it's going to help me know exactly what day my period is going to be. It's just going to help me track my cycle so much better. I've had an Oura ring in the past and it did that. I just stopped wearing it and it was like years ago. Like, it was literally the Oura first generation ring. And now I got the 3. I know the 4 is out, but it's ridiculously expensive. So I went with like the lower price, which is still ridiculously expensive. But I do think it's going to help me health-wise when it comes to my period and tracking it and knowing when it's coming and when to maybe expect those side effects. I'm also going to be trying a allergy histamine routine because some people say that PMDD is because of allergies and histamine. So I am taking a Claritin every single morning during my luteal phase to see if that helps. So far, so good. And then I also have magnesium glycinate, which is for sleep, right? There's magnesium citrate and there's so many different magnesiums. That's like a whole other video I could make on all the different types of magnesium, but you could also just Google it or ask ChatGPT. Magnesium glycinate is for sleep and less stress, like when you're going to sleep, because a lot of the times I can't sleep because my mind is going 1,000,001 miles per hour and I have all this anxiety at night. So I have those on hand as well in case I'm dealing with some severe anxiety at nighttime. So far, so good. Let's hope that we can get through my whole period week, my whole luteal phase without having a severe panic attack day, but we will see. So far, so good. Anyways, today is Sunday, brand new week today. I need to go take my supplements and eat some breakfast and get on with my day, get this video uploaded and post. I do need to post the weekly weigh-in in her Glow Era, which is now called the GLP-1 Girl Community, by the way. So I will post the weekly weigh-in in there for you to go in. That is a free community that you can join, and just join. Over almost 500 women are in there sharing about their journey, asking questions, answering questions. It's really nice because I go in there now and the messages have replies because there's enough of us in there. Before, I was going in and replying to all of them because no one else was replying. But now I go in there and there's all these replies, so I don't have to reply to every single message. If you want me to reply to all your messages, that would be something in the GLP-1 Girl Code. Definitely, that's where I put a lot more of my effort because it is a paid membership. It's not free. I still go in and reply to a ton of messages in the GLP-1 Girl community. Don't get me wrong. I just don't reply to every single one. It's with the time that I have. But my primary focus right now is the GLP-1 Girl Code because it is a paid membership and people are paying me for my time, and I'm going to give them my time and my attention, and I'm going to be there to support everyone inside. And I will, of course, support as much as I can outside of that time. Okay. So some next actions. We are starting a brand new week. We are going to make sure to focus on our protein. We are going to download the PEP app if we don't have it yet. We are going to either join the GLP-1 Girl community, which is a free community, or you are going to get inside the GLP-1 Girl Code, which is my paid membership. And we are going to do this together. We are going to get this weight off of us, both physically and mentally together. We are not doing this alone anymore. You are going to subscribe to my channel if you have not done that yet. And I will be posting 2 more videos this week. I post 3 videos every single week. I don't know if that'll change. When I go back to work, it may drop to 2 videos, but it will always be at least 2 videos every single week with this Sunday weigh-in as its anchor. And I'm just so excited. We are in the 170s. I think we're pretty good. I think we're solid. I do not think we're going to go back out, but don't quote me on that because who knows what's going to happen next week. But I do see that going down 160s. Here we come. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Okay. I will go ahead and link my other 2 videos that I posted this week so you can get caught up on this week's content. And I will see you in my next video.